Okay. Hey, Rosser, it's so good to see you again today, and I'm really excited to talk to you about your new venture. Can you tell us a little bit about Tano Rising? And we met in a really, serendipitous way. So excited that we're sharing our work
Absolutely.
today with our viewers.
Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you so much for having me here. And I love everything Plus Media is doing and absolutely a big synergy. Um, so my endeavor is Tano Rising Film, which is philanthropic film finance. Um, Basically, it's an idea that came to me before an entrepreneurial cohort I was invited to be in by Take the Lead, which is Gloria Felt's organization. As a filmmaker for 25 years, uh, I wanted to somehow better combine that expertise and finance, basically, because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, if people can't finance their projects, it doesn't matter how great the script is or what the cast would have been and things like that. So movies work hard to even break even, and traditional movie investors um, rightly so. They come in with expectations, illusions of grandeur. And I thought, well, what if we sort of reverse engineer that, flip the script, and have philanthropic dollars make impact movies? Because those are also the ones that are going to be financed the least or last, if ever. Um, so it just kind of levels the playing field as far as the ROI. Doesn't have to be in dollars. It's not an investment, but it's like benefactor of the arts. And
Right,
yeah, the ROIs it gets seen,
right.
which is what your organization helps with.
Right. And that's why Tana Rising, the whole model is so appealing to me because
yeah.
coming from the philanthropic side and now in terms of audience engagement and measurement, it's like, okay, using philanthropic capital to help support these films that are telling great social impact stories, it just makes sense. And one of the things that we've seen at Plus Media is the funding challenges
Mhm.
of these filmmakers is just
Yeah,
beyond description. But from our
that's good
perspective, we
to hear.
see that by de-risking that investment with a true impact measurement piece makes a
Mhm.
lot of sense. And then, what I see, what you're bringing that's really unique
Mhm.
is those philanthropic dollars are the best risk capital out there. So
Absolutely.
it's a really, really smart approach.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's, you've seen where the films and the filmmakers are looking for the financing. So for me, my clients are the philanthropists, the families, the wealthy folks that want to have another aspect of their legacy. So really, it starts with them and what is their passion, social impact category that maybe, is very personal or something like that they've always wanted to see and it's never represented properly or something like that. And then I'm finding the project that fits that social impact imperative. But it starts with them. I mean, it needs to start with the money anyway, but more so
Absolutely.
the personal aspect of the people is what I'm really interested in. I love people and I'm good at finding things. So,
And
uh,
the film business. And
absolutely.
and I think that putting all those pieces together, aligning, those values, that's critical. What I see with certainly younger philanthropists is, maybe their parents or grandparents supported the ballet or the
Yep.
symphony or, fill in the blank. But now impact film is another one of those cultural aspects that they can support, and maybe it fits their values and their their goals in a more maybe a more modern way. It's certainly more measurable.
Every day. Sure.
because it's very difficult to measure the impact. And look, I love the ballet and the symphony and the
Oh,
opera, but
absolutely. All the arts.
right, right. It's very difficult to measure the impact of the philanthropic investment there. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Have you thought about how are you going about now bringing this to the world? How can we help you get the word out so that
That's
people can understand that there's a new model out there?
Yeah, it's a new model. I mean, basically, I think a lot of it is recommendations and referrals from, people that, uh, well, obviously folks that work at family offices, so CIOs or their trust attorneys and things like that, that th this resonates with, and they can bring to their client, hey, you can have your name on the wing of, the children's hospital, or you can make a movie in your name that is ch about children's disease, for example, that lives on much longer. So I think the best way of helping is introductions. It's what I've been doing all year, and it's fantastic. And I've laid so much groundwork and just had the best time. The film side, like we said, I know that, I know that, I know that. But moving into this financial side and learning more and more, it's absolutely exhilarating. I'm having the best time, and I'm super excited to bring them both together, film and finance.
Yeah, it just makes great sense, certainly to us. And then where we come in, of course, is being able to prove to
Yeah.
that donor, that investor, that her investment actually did have an impact. The film doesn't just end; that legacy continues on. Through a very concrete impact report. And,
Yeah.
and any thoughts about what do you see as the future for social impact entertainment? I know that there's a lot of hand wringing and for very good reason in Hollywood and LA, but
Yeah.
but I feel hopeful about the space. I don't know what are you saying?
I mean, I have to feel hopeful about the space because it's part of being hopeful in general. And it's my passion, storytelling. I really feel from everyone I've meeting, whether it's second gen, third gen, from everyone I've been meeting, there seems to be a very strong drive for good and forgiving for good. And it's been so inspiring to, meet some of these folks that care where their philanthropic dollars are going, but like they care what about and who specifically is it helping. So like, whereas again, to use the ballet example, it's very broad, and so I'm finding obviously Gen Z, they're very active. They're, coming of age. I have confidence in Gen Alpha, as well. And I feel like cross-generationally, based on the time that we're in, impact films, impact anything is actually becoming more and more important for individuals and families.
Yeah. And we know, I mean, there's so much data out there that the viewership is increasing around social impact
Right.
content. And viewers expect now to engage with their content because that's how
Yes.
grew up. And there are ways to measure concrete impact. So, putting all of that together, we also know that there are philanthropic dollars out there. And this is a really great way to scale
Yes.
their impact around their investment. Because while thousands of people may go to a live event, which is great, possibly millions of people
Oh,
are going
absolutely.
to see a film. And that amplification is really what we're looking for.
Yeah, it has the furthest reach. You know, it's something my mom always told me when I was deciding on my career. She said, "Oh no, you want to go into film because you can reach the most people and have impact the most change with valuable messages like we're talking about." So,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's super exciting. We're thrilled to be a partner
Yes,
and just can't wait to get this movement going and give people hope because there are solutions that they can get involved with. There are ways that they can donate and invest and really amplify change. So Rosser, we're so excited. We're gonna help in
I'm
any way.
excited. I just have to say that meeting you and finding out that Plus Media Solutions even exists was really the missing component to Tano Rising Film with what, I intend for the movies to do, which is be seen. But you're absolutely right. If the movie ends and you clap or you're crying and you leave, what happens next? And so I'm so excited about this partnership specifically for that measurable data. Everybody wants data. So it's a great way to report back, this is exactly what happened and what were the actionable steps. So I
You
appreciate
bet.
that.
You bet. So onward.
Yes,
We will direct our viewers to you and we'll kick off a really wonderful partnership. Thanks for joining today.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you.